Today I'm going to show you how to spy on your competitors and find up to 500 different competitor videos on YouTube. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log into YT Studio Pro here, and let's go ahead and show you exactly what to do. Alright, so I'm logged in, and this is my account, and all you have to do is go over here to the YouTube Research tool, and the YouTube Research tool, basically the way it works, is you set your search term, and you select the amount of videos you want to see that are effectively, competitor videos. And so for me, I'm going to go ahead and select 500 here. And what I added was, as the search query, the harsh truth about living abroad. Now, what this is we're targeting videos in the living abroad category. Let's go ahead and wait for some solutions here. Notice how it's loading. It's because we're basically asking for 500 videos. 500 videos is a lot of data, and you can see it finished loading. I'll go ahead and scroll down here, and you could see we have a bunch of videos. Now, before I scroll through and look at all these different competitor videos, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump up here, and I'm going to click Export. Export to CSV, this CSV button right here. Okay, I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to click over here and select 4 videos. And what these 4 videos will do is I'll get a better picture, a better look at the thumbnails. You know, I could see some of them are shorts. So this is a shorts video. This is a long video, etc. Long form video, excuse me. And you could tell by the thumbnail, of course. And, you know, this is a really good tool so that I can see what videos I might want to replicate. So let's say, for example, I like this video. I might copy this video here, just take a screenshot, very simple. If I want to see the description, I can click on it. And I also have all the data saved in a CSV folder, so an Excel spreadsheet. So if any reason I close this software down or something like that, I can always come back here and take a look. And you could see how many videos are saved here. We have the video title, we have the channel name, we have the duration of the video, we have the amount of likes, the amount of comments. We have basically every single stat we could possibly need to know about all these videos. In fact, if I scroll all the way down, I click on it, you can see here, we're at 501, which means there are 500 videos because that top bar is just the normal settings, like title, channel, things like that. So I can look at this kind of stuff. I could say, okay, you know, I can learn from these videos. I can see what videos have done well, which videos have done maybe not so well, and I could try to replicate certain things. So for example, if I see a thumbnail like this, and I see some text on the right-hand side, and the video got 709 views, maybe it's not a good video to copy in terms of the thumbnail. I might look at the thumbnail and say, you know what, maybe it's not a good idea. Then I look at this video and I say, okay, this video has some text on the left-hand side, but it clearly is delineating to some sort of problem. Notice how it says, the problem with Greece, right? And it says, the sad truth about living abroad, right? So this video has 71,000 views, and it makes sense. If people are searching for the harsh truth about living abroad, they're probably looking for some negative experiences or stories to listen to, right? So instead of saying my experience living abroad, I might want to make a title saying my terrible experience living abroad, or the harsh truth about living abroad, or something like that. Notice how this guy here has 13,000 views. His channel might be a little bit smaller, but it's a top engaging video. That's why it's highlighted in green here. He has 13,000 views, and he has the words, "This sucks," written on the thumbnail. See, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing deep research on the various thumbnails, on the various videos that are performing well. And once again, I could look through all 500, but instead I might as well have the machine do it for me. So I'm going to click on this video analyzer tool, or excuse me, not the video analyzer, but the channel analysis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this YouTube Insights tool, and I'm going to take that spreadsheet that I downloaded and just drag it and drop it here. So what I'm really doing is I'm allowing the software to be able to analyze everything for me. In fact, we see here that the average duration per video is about 7 minutes and 51 seconds. So that might be my sweet spot, right? Because it says the most common are from 0 to 15 minutes and 33 seconds. So basically nothing past 15 minutes, 33 seconds. We see here the average engagement levels. We see the average, the total number of likes, across all videos. And we see the number of views. This is the average number of views. Because what we see here is that the total most viewed is 138 million views, and the total amount of views is 886 million. So what this software just did is it basically analyzed 886 million views across 26 data points. Now we can click keyword analysis here. We can look at those keywords, or we can look at other videos here that are outliers, and we can look at those outliers. But really, I like to pay attention to if the outliers are directly related to niche. Sometimes outliers can be so powerful in terms of the amount of views that they might not be directly related. So you can see this video. It's titled "The Reality of Living in Hong Kong as a," and then it kind of cuts off, but we can see what that is because we could just look here. It has 54 million views, so we can kind of hover over and we can see that this is the video. And it has here 3.2 million thumbs up. It's a 20-second short video, which makes sense. Shorts videos tend to go viral a little bit more. So, like I said, we're going to have to look at these kind of things and analyze, right? You see this arc here, this darkness right here, and it kind of goes upward, which just basically means to say that there's more engagement when the video is longer, right? That's typically what we tend to see here. So, like, these videos here are getting a lot more engagement than some of these, because these are the engagement scores out of 100, but these videos are also longer. So longer videos create more engagement. Probably it makes sense. Like, we're sharing our opinions or our experiences living abroad, right? Here we have a bunch of videos that are underperforming, and they could be underperforming for a whole bunch of reasons. You can see this video is called "Portugal is Safe." And the reason why it's probably the worst performing video out of the whole entire bunch is because you're already telling people everything what they need to know. There's no intrigue there. A lot of thumbnails that do really well are all about, intrigue, kind of creating this element of mystery. Like, if you write on a thumbnail, "This sucks," just like that guy had, people want to know, what was the bad experience, right? What did this person experience? We have some other videos here that are analyzed. But we see here that the majority make up 470 videos, which fit from 0 minutes to 25 minutes and 56 seconds. So anytime you guys see like 0 minutes, sometimes a video could be 9 seconds to 2 seconds, whatever. And so that kind of matters. Then we can look over here at keyword analysis, and now we get to see what are the keywords that are most prolific, right? The keyword abroad here is very prolific, 307 videos. It's found. Living, 146, so that makes sense. If you see a bunch of keywords here that are prolific, you're probably going to want to use them in your thumbnail, right? Living abroad, reality, truth, harsh, right? Here we have India. India is actually used 29 times. So, I mean, you could take that with a grain of salt. Doesn't mean necessarily that you would use it, but take that with a grain of salt. Here we have a whole bunch of keywords. We have PhD, we have Germany, we have all kinds of keywords. You can look through them, of course, but student, college, United Kingdom, all kinds of different keywords. London life, right? These are keywords that people have used in their tags, all right? These are keywords where they're highlighted amongst the title, all right? So you can see here, what is a good North Korean life? And then this video has 1.5 million views. This one has 2.5 million views. It's called "My YouTube Income Revealed." Not sure why that shows up there, but here's this one called "Moving Abroad." Okay, we have "Harsh Truths." Maybe this video that has nothing to do with it, "My YouTube Income Revealed," maybe this person does YouTube and they also live abroad, and that's why their video kind of ranked. Remember, YouTube channels are allowed to add tags to represent their channel as well, not just a video. So if you go into your settings as a YouTube creator, and you go into those default settings, there are settings that you can add to keywords to add to represent your actual channel, okay? And then we have some other data here, which, doesn't really help right now in this case because it's so much content. But in general, pretty effective stuff here to analyze your competitors' videos.